Name is Ike Johnstone. Right now we're at the Bill Pickett Riding Academy, located on West River Drive in Montgomery, Fairmount Park, Philadelphia. So it was started to, like, as far as I'm concerned, to give back to Temple and to the kids in that area, right. You know, because I've been blessed in my life. Yes. You know. So we take the kids out of the North Philadelphia area. Primarily they come from North Philly, but now we take them from all over the city, especially what's going on in the city with all the crime and whatnot. And we're trying to reach out to as many young people as we possibly can.
How many kids have come through the program, do you think?
Oh, man. I would say over 1,400 in that period of time, 1,400.
Can you describe the program a little bit?
Yeah, what we do, basically what we do, we bring the kids down here. It's primarily was a summer program. We bring the kids down here during the summer months just to get them out the neighborhood, expose them to the horses. And, you know, we have them riding, but the whole thing wasn't designed to make riders out of them, but it's just to get them out the neighborhoods. And I know one of the things that it did for me when my kids were young, I think my oldest boy, who's 33 now, when he was about 12, with all my kids, we got involved in horses. And I like to think, and matter of fact, I know that it built up their self-confidence.
What do you think the connection is between horses and you know, improving confidence?
Well, horses teach us a lot about ourselves, you know, and it teaches, for example, there are 3 human emotions that are incompatible with communicating with a horse. It's anger, fear, and patience. If you have any anger in you, the horse is going to pick it up and you're not going to be able to communicate with the horse. So it teaches how to control your anger. Same thing with fear. If you have this fear running through you, they'll pick that up and you're not going to be able to communicate. So once you learn that you cannot communicate with this animal, if those 3 things are present, then you learn to get rid of those 3 things. So that's how it helps you. And that's just one of the lessons, but there's numerous lessons that we can get from horses. Horses mirror us. You know, when you look at a horse, you're looking at yourself. You know, he has no agenda. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. I think I was always fascinated with horses, and I was hesitating because my brother brought something to my attention not long ago, because I remember telling him my first experience with a horse when we were young. I think I was about 6 or 7, and I'm from the Harrisburg area. A guy used to come around with a pony, you know, and go around the neighborhood taking pictures, right? So while he was out in the neighborhood taking pictures, he used to park his trailer to near our house. So I used to go peep in the trailer, and I was so fascinated, saying to myself, a horse used to be in there, you know, right on down to building a stall next to my house, you know, and didn't even have a horse, you know. So I think like with most kids, though, we're all fascinated about horses, and that was mine. So my wife said, oh, she always liked horses. Well, I always had this little thing for horses, so I went out and bought one. If you really get into the history of the West, and we call it the Black West, it was the blacks who settled the West, you know, including the Buffalo Soldiers. They're the ones who fought the Indians, you know, they never played that. So it's that history that I end up trying to teach my kids. Now we pass that on, because that's one of the things we do down here is teach the history of the Black West and the Buffalo Soldier. And we were some outlaws too. There were some black outlaws, you know. One guy that come to mind is Cherokee Bill. They hung him at 21 years old. He was part Native American. He was then Afro American. At 21, they hung him. And his dying words is, he said, you know, they asked him, you have any last words? He said, I didn't come here to make a speech. I come here to die.